Good afternoon.
Hey, how are
We've
you?
talked we've talked a lot about practice recently. What in your mind defines a good practice? Is there like a sort of checklist that you go through, or is it just sort of feeling the vibe of the day?
Uh, a good practice is a good practice. Somebody that makes positive plays on both ends of the floor, positive attitude, positive energy, that constitutes a good practice. Same way as you go about a day and determine whether it's a good day or a bad day. It's the same way that I look at it as a good practice or a bad practice.
Aaron Beard.
Thank you.
Hey, Hubert. I wanted to ask you about Caleb and RJ's outside shooting. The numbers obviously going up in particular from 3-point range, but even in their field goal percentage. I know a lot of that is their work on their shot. I'm curious, you know a little bit about shooting, how you and your staff sort of approached maybe helping guys improve their efficiency with their jump shot.
Well, I think, when you look at someone shooting, and I think there's a number of things that you look at. I think one of the things is you look at mechanics, and RJ and Caleb have great command, great fundamentals out there on the floor. And so, in terms of their shooting from a mechanical standpoint, they have great mechanics. I think you also look at how much time do you put in to become the best shooter that you can become, because it takes practice. And RJ and Caleb check that box in terms of how hard they work on their shot, whether it's before and after practice, late nights, early mornings, they put in the time. And then the last piece is shot selection, taking good shots. It doesn't really matter if you have great mechanics. It doesn't matter if you put in the time, the extra time before and after practice, if you go in a game and you take difficult and bad shots. And so I think the reason why Caleb and RJ have shot the ball so well is because they've checked those three boxes. They have great mechanics, they work on their shot all the time, and they take good shots in the game.
Thank you.
Before I go to the next one, I forgot to tell you, Armando is our player that we'll have after Coach Davis here today. Greg Barnes.
Hey, Hubert, you've talked a little bit about Brady being what he's been this year for you in terms of being a transfer. But I wanted to ask about Leaky. I know senior night will be Monday. Just in terms of him being a senior, being around the program for 4 years, what has he meant to you and to this program?
Well, I always talk to the guys on the team about their responsibility of being a basketball player here at the University of North Carolina, and my expectation for them is to be the best that they can be on the court, in the classroom, and in the community. And I really can't think of any better example of that than Leaky. He's just been fantastic. And one of the things that I really enjoy as a coach is watching the growth and the progression of a player, and having the ability to have a front row seat to be able to help, to serve, to coach, to motivate that process while they're here. And to see how much Leaky has grown and improved in so many different areas, specifically on the basketball court, I just really feel like this year it's the first time being here at North Carolina that he feels settled in who he is out there on the floor, and also extremely confident. And he's playing his best basketball of his career here, and I just love coaching him. And I'm so proud of him, and I'm so happy with the senior season that he's having.
CL.
Hi, Hubert. You guys obviously hit 15 three-pointers against State in that first meeting. Do you have to, I don't know, mitigate that, like so guys won't go into this game just shooting threes, thinking that you'll catch fire in the same way?
Yeah, we've talked about how we want to approach from an offensive standpoint, and how to attack and how we want to score. one of the things that allowed us to have success against NC State in the first matchup, I really believe, was our defense. I mean, it was a number of things, but I thought we were really good defensively. I thought Armando did an outstanding job of protecting the basket. I felt like if he didn't block a shot, he altered the shot. I thought our rebounding was really good, and that allowed us to get out in transition. And I thought we did a really good job, for the most part, taking care of the basketball. And so, we've talked throughout the year with you guys about, the three things that allow us to be successful. And you combine that with, we were really hot from three-point range. Pretty much everybody that stepped in the game hit a three. But I really, as I told the team, our offensive success, the reason why we were so good offensively, from my standpoint, was because we were good defensively. And it would be great to think that we can make 15 plus threes every game, but that's just not going to happen. But the three things that we talk about, defense, rebounding, and taking care of the basketball, that's something that you can do every game, and that's something that should be consistent for us to have success.
Adam Smith.
Hubert, wanted to ask you about Armando and just his activity level. The way teams have been defending him lately, he's getting less shots. I think he only had 7 in Blacksburg and maybe 2 in the second half the other night against Louisville. But it doesn't seem like it has affected his energy or his activity level. Is that something you've noticed, that he's just kept, going hard no matter if the shots are coming or not?
Yeah, he's been great all season, and not only has it been great, he's been consistent. I felt like since the Virginia game, teams have adjusted defensively towards him, whether it's straight double teaming or late help, more centered on not only keeping the ball out of his hands, but not allowing him to catch the ball anywhere close to the basket. And Armando he's very good when he has angles, when he's able to catch the ball around the basket and be able to score from those areas. And teams have gotten better at trying to take that away. But as you mentioned, it hasn't taken away his effort, his attention to detail. It hasn't taken away his the way that he has rebounded the basketball and his timely shots. Like his presence, even if he doesn't shoot, even if he doesn't score, it makes us better on the offensive end. With the last game against Louisville, and you had RJ drive, like Armando's presence makes RJ and Caleb better, makes Leaky better, makes Brady better. And so we really want to get the ball down to him, because I feel like he can score at will. And statistically, I think he's second in the ACC in terms of field goal percentage. So from an offensive standpoint, we really want to get him the ball all the time.
Andrew Jones.
Hey, Coach, a lot of coaches believe that teams never stop growing. Right up to their last game, they grow and develop. With 3 games left in the regular season before you guys go up to Brooklyn, what is an area that you see that your team still needs to grow in or become more consistent at? And do you think they're close in achieving that?
Well, I do believe that, you always have an opportunity to get better. And I tell the guys, you can never stop improving until you retire from basketball. So in large part, in the same way for a team, growth can continue to happen as long as you're still in season. And I really believe that we have room to grow. I think, for us, I'd like us to continue to grow defensively. I'd like us to continue to grow in terms of taking care of the basketball. I like us to continue to grow to understanding more and more between what's a good shot and what's a bad shot. I think we can continue to grow in terms of our attention to detail and our energy and our effort and our toughness, so that we don't have one of those off nights, off games that we've had at times throughout the season.
If I could ask a quick follow-up, what's one of those areas do you think you guys are closer at achieving?
I think we're closer at all of them. I think we get better at that every day. I do. I think our energy and our effort and our attention to detail has been there. I think every day we become more a team of perseverance, a tougher team. I think we're getting better every day at taking care of the basketball and understanding what's a good shot and a bad shot and how valuable and important it is to get after it on the defensive end and rebound the basketball. I think we get get better at that every day. As a coach, my goal or my hope, not my goal, my hope is that that in each one of those areas, yes, there's improvement, but that we can be at our best in those areas. So at the end of the day, we can say that we maxed out our potential defensively, rebounding, taking care of the basketball, taking good shots, bad shots, and our energy, effort, and toughness, and our will and a want to.
Thank you.
Time for a few more questions. Chris Lee.
Hey, good afternoon, Coach. I wanted to ask you, since we're coming up on the end of the regular season, it's kind of a reflective question, but the impact of BDOT as a host for the season, what has been the impact in your eyes and how he's brought some energy and made home court something special and loud for you guys and an advantage for you guys throughout the season?
Well, I always talk about energy, effort, and and toughest amongst our team, and having a will and a want to, and playing with the joy and a love and appreciation for being a part of this team and this program and this university. And BDOT, he's exemplifies that. His love for this school, for this program, for the fans, his excitement for this program, for our players, for this university, is infectious, and it's great to have his energy at the game. And not only BDOT, I really want to take time to just say thank you to all the fans and also specifically the student section. They have been unbelievable. Our home court advantage has been a home court advantage because of our fans and because of our student section. They show up every day, whether it's a 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock game in the middle of the afternoon. And I can't put into words how much it's been an encouragement to me, encouragement to our team, to have such great support amongst our fans and the student section every day at the game. And so you combine that with the enthusiasm of BDOT, and it's a place of confidence. It's a place of refuge. I just wanted to thank all of them because it has really helped me. It has really helped our team, and it's really helped our program.
Last one I have for Coach Davis is Trey from WAR in Syracuse. Go ahead, Trey.
Hey, Coach, how's it going? I just doing a piece about you being at the helm for the first year at UNC. Just wanted to ask you what you took away from Coach Dean Smith as a player and Coach Williams as an assistant coach during your time here at Carolina.
Well, I pulled from everyone, my experience of being coached and being around Coach Smith and Coach Guthridge, my experience of not only working for but being around Coach Williams. My experience of being coached by Pat Raleigh and Jeff Van Gundy and Doug Collins and Don Nelson and Larry Brown. I've pulled from my experience as a player, playing with players like Patrick Ewing and Doc Rivers and Dirk Nowitzki and Steve Nash. And so in my experiences of playing with Michael, the 2 years with the Washington Wizards. So I've been very blessed to have the opportunity to be around not only great basketball people, but just great people in general. and that have given me a number of unbelievable great experiences and knowledge that I can pull from here in my role as the head coach at the University of North Carolina.
Just a quick follow-up real quick, Coach. Is it more meaningful to you to take over this program knowing you played here? And if yes, how so?
Well, I think it means something. You know, I've said that this isn't a job for me. This is missionary work. It's a position and an act of service. My job every day is to help, to serve, to coach, to encourage, to get on these kids and to help them become the best that they can be here on the court, in the classroom, in the community, and their goals of being the best that they want to here, and their goals of having a chance to play professionally in the NBA are my same goals. And to do it at a place that I've always loved my entire life, a place that everything significant in my life has happened here, it's special. And to be able to come back, my words would be echoed by the rest of the coaching staff. I mean, you have every one of the assistants have gone to school here, they've played here, and the reason why we all came back is to give back everything that Coach Smith and Coach Guthridge gave to us and everything that Coach Williams gave to his players the 18 years he was here as well.